Chapter 6. The Lie of Work-Life Balance. You've been told to find balance. Work-life balance. The perfect equilibrium where career, health, relationships, hobbies, and personal growth all receive equal time and energy. Where nothing is neglected and everything flourishes simultaneously. It's a fantasy, and believing it is keeping you mediocre. Balance is a myth sold to people who want to be great at nothing. The concept of work-life balance assumes equal distribution is optimal, that you should divide your energy evenly across all domains of your life, that if you're not giving equal attention to everything, something's wrong. But extraordinary achievement in any domain requires seasons of imbalance, obsession, and sacrifice. Look at anyone who has done something remarkable, anyone who has built something significant, mastered something difficult, or achieved something extraordinary. They didn't balance, they obsessed. The entrepreneur building their first business worked 80-hour weeks. The athlete preparing for competition trained twice a day while others rested. The artist creating their masterpiece disappeared from social life for months. All of them chose imbalance, deliberately, knowingly, without apology. The people who change industries, break records, and build empires don't balance. They prioritize ruthlessly, and they accept the cost. They understand that excellence requires concentration of resources, that if you spread yourself thin across everything, you'll be adequate at everything and exceptional at nothing. So, they choose. This season, this area gets everything. The rest gets what's left over. That's not dysfunction. That's strategy. But you've been taught that this is wrong, that prioritizing one area means you're unbalanced, unhealthy, heading for burnout. So you try to do it all. You try to excel at your career while being present for every family dinner. You try to build a business while maintaining your workout routine and social life. You try to master a skill while also reading for pleasure, volunteering, and traveling. And you end up stressed, spread thin, making minimal progress in everything. When you try to balance everything, you commit to nothing. You give partial attention to everything and full attention to nothing. You become mediocre across the board because you refuse to acknowledge the reality. Time and energy are finite. You can't have it all at once. You have to choose. But here's what you'll say. I don't want to sacrifice my relationships. I don't want to neglect my health. I want to be successful and balanced. Fine. Let's examine whether you're actually balanced right now. Your life already reflects your true priorities, not the ones you claim in conversation. You say health matters, but you skip workouts when work runs late. You sacrifice sleep for entertainment. Your body is telling the truth about where health ranks in your actual priorities. You say family is everything, but you work through dinners, checking email. You're physically present, but mentally absent. Your calendar is telling the truth about where family ranks. Your calendar and bank account reveal the truth, not your words, not your intentions. Where your time goes and where your money goes, that's your real priority list. Everything else is a story you tell to feel better about your choices. And here's the uncomfortable reality. Most people claiming to want balance are actually avoiding the clarity of choosing what matters most right now. Balance is often an excuse to avoid the uncomfortable clarity of choosing. Because choosing is hard. Choosing means saying yes to something and no to everything else. Choosing means accepting trade-offs. Choosing means disappointing some people, neglecting some areas, letting some opportunities pass. Balance lets you avoid that discomfort. It lets you pretend you can have everything without sacrificing anything. You can't. The math doesn't work. The hours don't exist. The energy isn't there. And pretending otherwise just guarantees you'll be mediocre at everything instead of excellent at something. You have a choice. You can continue pretending balance is possible. You can stay comfortable with adequacy. Or you can choose. You can accept that extraordinary achievement requires extraordinary focus, that seasons of imbalance are not just acceptable, they're necessary. The protocol demands you choose your season and commit fully without apology. For the next 30 days, you identify the one area that requires disproportionate focus, not forever, not for the rest of your life. Right now, for this season. Maybe it's the business launch. Maybe it's the competition preparation. Maybe it's the relationship repair that determines whether your family stays intact. One thing, the thing that, if you gave it everything for 30 days, would fundamentally change your trajectory. You identify it, and then you give it what it demands. Not what's comfortable, not what's balanced, what it actually requires to succeed. If that means working weekends, you work weekends. If that means saying no to social events, you say no. You communicate boundaries to others. You tell your family, your friends, your colleagues. For the next 30 days, I'm prioritizing this. I'm going to be less available. Some things are going to be neglected. This is temporary. It's necessary. And I need your support. You don't apologize for it. You don't feel guilty. You simply state the reality. This is my season. This is my focus. This is what I'm choosing. And you accept that some things will be neglected because that's the cost. That's always the cost. You can't give disproportionate attention to one area without taking attention away from others. That's not a flaw in your planning. That's mathematics. The question is whether you're willing to accept that cost in exchange for the outcome. Most people aren't. They want the outcome without the cost. It doesn't work that way. Stop pretending you can excel everywhere simultaneously. No one can. The people who appear to have it all went through seasons of extreme imbalance to build what they have now. Nobody starts balanced. Balance, if it exists at all, is something you earn after seasons of imbalance. It's not about trying to do everything. It's about doing one thing completely. Here's your 6th protocol assignment. Declare your season and restructure accordingly. Write down the one area that gets disproportionate focus for the next 30 days. Be specific. One goal, one season, 30 days of imbalance in service of that goal. Then, audit your current schedule. Cancel optional commitments, reduce social activities, minimize entertainment, wake up earlier. Whatever it takes to create the time and energy this priority demands. Then, communicate your boundaries. Tell the people affected. For the next month, this is my focus. I'll be less available. Some things will wait. You don't ask permission. You inform them of the decision you've made. And then you execute. For 30 days, you give this one area everything. You tolerate the discomfort of other areas being neglected. You resist the guilt. You ignore the voice that says you should be more balanced. Because this is what commitment looks like. Not balanced attention to everything. Full attention to the thing that matters most. Right now. At the end of 30 days, you'll have something real, something accomplished. Not because you managed perfect balance, but because you had the courage to choose imbalance strategically. That's the key. Mental toughness isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right thing. Completely. It's about having the clarity to choose and the discipline to commit to that choice. Without apology. You've learned to act without readiness, to work without an audience, to prioritize without guilt. But there's one pattern that undermines all of this, and it's been active your entire life.